Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Jimmy here. It's Friday, it was a green day. We're ending the week on a green note, and I've got 4 items for you today. First off, I want to show you my 2.2R trade on AMD today. It was a short play. I want to dive into that. Also going to talk about how to toggle through large cap stocks in my widget on the side of my trading platform. I had someone comment the other day and ask about how I flip through the large caps fast enough to catch things like 3-bar plays and other setups. I'm going to show you that today. Number 3, I'm going to dive into a small trade I took on DGAZ this morning. I was watching natural gas, and after the previous couple days of breaking down those charts, I went ahead and took a position there. I want to show you the entry on that and the exit and talk about sort of my logic surrounding that trade. And then number 4, I had somebody ask about showing losing trades and not just winning trades because, you know, all information helps. So I have a losing trade that I took on Starbucks yesterday, and it's actually a live trade, so stay tuned to the end of the video for that one. I'm going to show you the whole thing, the entry, the exit, and everything. Let's go. Hey, welcome to Friday. So I've got AMD's chart brought up. It's the first thing I want to show you is this 2.2R trade that I had on AMD. You can see the market opened up this morning and started to kind of push down, and this dash line, this was the previous day close. So I went ahead and watched it below that, and then this candle here, the range of that candle, I went short below that low. I had somebody ask me the other day about a setup that I could show and sort of demo my entry and exit, so I'm going to do it with this. So I was watching price action to get below the previous day's close, and then the candle that closed below there, I then went short below the low of that wick, below the low of this range of this candle. So the low here is 30.65, and I went short a penny below that at 30.64. So on this candle I got triggered in, this dash line, that's my entry, and then my stop loss on this trade would have been the previous day's close. So right here at 30.74 was the close. So about 10 cents on that trade for the stop, looking to go 2 to 1 at 20 cents. One thing I've noticed recently is that a lot of my trades have been going beyond 2 to 1 on the risk to reward. So I went ahead and set this one just a few pennies beyond 2 to 1, and it actually worked out really well. So you can see that I got, so if I got in at 64, that would mean 44 would be my take profit. And you can see I took profit down here at 42. So I got a little bit extra. So it ended up being a 2.2 R, 2.2 to 1 on this trade. So when I set this up, I will set the bracket order. And when I place the trade to go short below this low, it automatically throws my stop loss and my take profit onto my screen here. So my stop loss will be right here at 10 cents, and my take profit will automatically be down here at the 2.2 mark. So that's kind of a setup and a thought process on how to take a position on a certain setup. Now you can do this with any setup, so it doesn't have to be an opening range breakdown. You can do it on any type of setup, but just knowing your plan before you go into the trade is the most important thing. And that was really it. I didn't capture this one live. I just got in here and out here. And so I'm going to go ahead and now move on to sort of the second item for the video, which was how to toggle through some of the large cap stocks. I had someone ask me how I quickly get through them, and here's what I do. I open this up. I have a widget set up on the side of thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade's thinkorswim platform. And what you do with these watch lists is you can push the plus button. You can make as many as you want. I just have this one set up here, so I'm opening this one. And then right here on this tab, you can see I can go into my own personal scans that I set up. And I just set up a scan that just looks for stocks between $10 and $1,000 or $2,000. And then I just want to see the right type of market cap. So I set it for greater than 2,000, greater than 2 billion market cap. And so when I click that, it brings up those stocks, and they're all right in here. And then this percent change column right here on the side, I'll just click that a couple times so that I order them by the greatest loser to the greatest winner, or vice versa, whatever you decide. So I click the first one, ARWR. So you can see right here, let's say it's the market open, and I'm looking for stocks that are starting to sell off below the previous day's close. So I've got ARWR, I'm looking at it. Now here's what I do. We're going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. We're going to go through like almost 30 stocks, right? And you time me. Here we go. You can see how quick I do it. ARWR. All right, I'm looking right in here at the first 5-minute candle. All right, here we go. Next stock. Oh, it's not going to let me keep it right here. All right, let's pretend like I'm watching something right here on this current candle. All right, here we go. Flip through here. Nope, don't like that. That looks pretty good. Don't like that one. That one's not selling off enough. Looking for one that's really pushing down below the low of the day, let's say. That might be interesting. So CSCO, I can keep an eye on that one. That one also, so there's 2. All right, so I'm still toggling down. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking for. Looking for a setup, trying to get through these 25 stocks and not take all day. How long have I been going? It's been like maybe 22 seconds. All right, going through, don't like that one, I like that one, and that one. There's 30 stocks. I don't know how long that took, but that's how I toggle through. I literally just hit the up and down arrow key, and this watch list is tied to this chart. So you can see this number 9 right here, that number 9, and this number 9, they're linked together. So it allows me to just do this, just go through and literally toggle through every single stock until I find something like Cisco. I said, oh yeah, that looks good, and then I'm already there, and then I can watch it, or if I'm very interested in it, I can then put it on my short play watch list. I could be like this, CSCO, and now it's on there. Then I keep going through here, and I say, I like Snap. Okay, Snap looks good. I just put Snap on here. And so like in the matter of like a minute, I can put a few on that I want to watch, and then I can go down here and I can just toggle between those 2 that I really like, or 3 or 4 or whatever. So that's kind of how I do that. If you have any more questions about that, I can't remember who asked about that, but leave comments below and I'll be happy to answer that. So that was item 2 on our list. We had the AMD trade. Let's see. Oh yeah, I took a small position on DGAZ today, and I'll show that to you. So natural gas this morning, let me move myself back over. So natural gas, I'm going to go to the 1-minute chart. We're going to back it up a little bit. So this is a /NG moved up, and then was starting to sell off down to the middle VWAP. And what I was watching for was it to either push up or decline, and it pushed up. And then as it sold off, I was waiting for a higher low to come in to go long, and it didn't happen. It went lower below the VWAP. So when that happened, it then pushed back and set a lower high. And then as it rolled over to set a lower low, I went ahead, and that's right around the time that I jumped in. So let's flip over to the inverse ETF, which is DGAZ. Zoom in a little here. Yeah, so you can see as we broke above that VWAP and set this, we kind of based out here for a minute, touched it a couple of times. So we set up a little bit of support here and then popped up, but we still hadn't broken this high point. So I was waiting for that to happen, and it happened on this candle. So when we got the next pullback, I went long here with a very small position, just trialing this. And we moved along, and then we popped, pulled back, and as we started to curl back up, I went ahead and dumped those shares here at 158.17. So just a really small position, a very small gain, but it was more of just doing some quick analysis and then diving in and seeing if we could get a move higher. So just a small trade, nothing significant on that, but did want to show that to you guys today. And then last thing of the day is I'm going to go ahead and have you dive into the video on Starbucks. I have the one losing trade from yesterday that I want to show you. And It was also a breakdown trade. It didn't work, went against me fairly quickly, but I'm going to show you that video now. And if you have questions about it, let me know. Hope you guys had a green day. Enjoy the weekend. We'll be back at it on Monday. We'll see you then. Thanks. Got triggered into Starbucks. Looking for a short, nice flush down. The thing I like about this right now is the markets, the Qs, and the SPY were both starting to kind of roll over, so we'll see if that holds. You can see right here the SPY is rolling over, and the Qs are also starting to roll over and push down a little bit. So we will watch Starbucks. Yeah, the Qs are starting to really push down. This is good for our trade, this and this. So let's see what we can get here. Oh yeah, we're getting a nice sell-off. This is beautiful. Okay, so we'll see if Starbucks follows the markets a little bit. If it does, it should be decent for a nice push down. We'll see what happens. I like this candle so far because it's got a nice topping wick on it. Shows some selling pressure. Oh no, now the markets are pushing. All right, we're going to see what happens here. Time to dump, Starbucks. Time to flush out. Let's go lower. Boy, it looks like it wants to just rip up. Oh no, there it goes. Can the previous day's close hold? Pretty amazing if it does. If it does hold, it'll be a good demonstration of how significant resistance can be. But right now it just doesn't look good. It'd be nice to get a little bit of breathing room on this. Get a flush down to like 30. Get us away from our stop. There's 34. That's encouraging. We had 33 on the ask, 32 on the bid. Yeah, if we can, there we go. If we can get to 30 and just get some breathing room on this thing. There's 29, so that's encouraging. Okay, so if we can hold this breathing room and stop snapping back up. Yeah, see, these moves here are not helping us right now, but maybe this will be a lower high, and then we'll go for a lower low. Same thing here. Maybe it'll be a lower high, lower low situation. So we'll see. Still hanging out in the mid-30s. Starbucks just does not want to drop. We just need a quick flush below the lows. So if we get a quick flush below 21, if we see 83.20 on the ask, that'll be a big deal. All right, we're back to 29 again. Now, if we can get this to keep flushing and not just bounce, there we go. We might sag a little bit here. Oh, new candle. Okay. So you can see we got this red candle that closed. If this candle can turn red on the SPY and start to push down, same with this one. If this can start to sell off again, that'll really help our trade. We've got to go red on the SPY. And if we can do that and start to push down, just feel like the SPY and the market hasn't done anything today. You know, this was a lot of choppy wash, and now we pushed up, pulled back, and now this is a lower high. So if we can go red, it's going to really help this trade. Oh man, we're about to gotta get that drop. Gotta drop. There, we're out. All right. Thanks for riding along for that one. We took a loser on Starbucks, down 1R on it, so we're break even right now on the day.